Hey, financial and prayer support team. This is the video where I'm going to tell you a little bit about our time in Tijuana. Ann and I were in Tijuana last week from June 11th on that Monday through June 16th, which was a Saturday. We were there, partnered with a local church in the area that one of our sister churches in San Diego has an ongoing relationship with, and we stayed in a hotel right across the border, and we did a number of outreaches and trips into Tijuana proper and some of the outer regions around Tijuana, and even our last day we were a little bit further out at a beach about 35-40 minutes away. So what I want to do is just give you a brief overview of what we actually did in our time in Tijuana. So our first day there was traveling all day because of the border crossing, and just we had a lot of families with us, a lot of first-timers on a mission trip. We just spent the time in prayer that first evening on Monday night. The next morning, we had breakfast early, got up, 8:30, we're out the door, and we're headed to an orphanage on the outskirts of the city of Tijuana. You could call it a suburb, but it's really not that. It's really kind of the outer, poorer regions around the city of Tijuana. So we got connected with, through the church that we're partnering with, we got connected with an orphanage there. And we spent most of our time just loving on the kids, having a good time, holding them, being with them. We didn't speak their language, but it's amazing. You take a soccer ball or a basketball to an orphanage, and it's just pure joy, you know, to spend time with those kids, be able to hold them. We ended up doing the dance that we performed all week. We did it for the kids. We had this big fun dance party. Part of our team went off and did some work on the orphanage to actually get it into a little bit of a better condition. We prayed for all the workers there. Just a powerful time of ministry that first morning. But then that afternoon, and every afternoon after that, we went out and we did our outreaches. Here's how the outreach works. So we showed up to a park. Our contact there got some form of permit that they needed. And with that permit, it allowed us the ability to use our sound system to do a presentation. And so what we did is we had a dance that we performed. Our dance team performed, did a great job. We even had a couple of our kids in the dance team. It was really fun to see that. After the dance, we immediately went into our drama. It's an amazing drama. I hope I can shoot you guys a link. But it's basically a drama of Adam, and then Adam getting caught up in drugs and alcohol. There's no words to the drama. It's all just motioned out. And then Jesus stepping in, taking his punishment, taking his place, and then Jesus eventually overcoming death and raising from the dead. Super powerful. You get choked up watching it. It's just really amazing. And so after that, so it was dance, drama, and then there was a quick presentation of the gospel. The first presentation I was able to share the gospel at a large park in the city of Tijuana. Saw a number of people come forward to receive Christ, a number of people come forward to ask for prayer, specifically for healing of physical sickness or ailments. One of the things that our team loves to do is to pray for people and believe that God really wants to heal them and that God can heal them. And so we saw a number of people come forward and give their life to Jesus, and a number of other people come forward, receive prayer, and receive miraculous healing right there on the spot. People with back ailments, people with knee issues, people who could barely walk were putting their canes away. It was really quite amazing to see that happen over the course of time. And so that was our basic outreach. If people didn't come forward, we would go out. We had these wonderful tracts in Spanish that literally I could lead somebody to Christ, and did, through the Spanish tract. And I don't even speak Spanish. I just can lead people through a tract. They can read it, understand it. It's amazing the amount of humble and open hearts that we were able to see in Tijuana receive the good news of Jesus. Two quick testimonies that are really powerful that I want to share with you. The first one, we were at a large park. It was the park that we spent most of our time at. And I was walking around with Ann, and I was walking around with another guy named Tim Hoy. And we passed, looked like about an 18-year-old on a bench as we were walking by, just doing some prayer walking around the area. And I just felt a nudge in my spirit. You know, we really need to go back and talk to this guy. So we go back and talk to Miguel. And Tim spoke a little bit more Spanish than I did, and so he was able to lead him through the track. Immediately, Miguel gives his life to Jesus, is filled with joy, and experiences what most, if not all of you, who are seeing this have experienced, and that's the good news of a new birth and a new life in Jesus Christ. It was amazing. We just took the time, I felt the nudge of the Spirit, and voila, God breaks in with His salvation and His good news. The second testimony was the last day of outreach. It was actually the last person I interacted with from an outreach perspective about the good news of Jesus. And we were on a beach out about 35 minutes outside of Tijuana, and we had just gotten done doing our second dance, drama, and presentation of the gospel. A girl walks up who had not seen any of it, and she's walking by us along the beach, and she gets about 30 yards away, and I'm like, if I don't go after her now, we're not going to get her, and I think we need to go talk to her. So I say, hey, Angela, who is a girl on our team, I said, hey, do you have a track? And she says, yeah, I do. I go, we got to go get that girl. So we run down, we chase her down, and I believe her name was Carla, or, I can't remember right away. But anyway, we tracked her down, and what was amazing is she could hear English and understand it really well, but she couldn't speak it very well. So we were able to share the whole gospel with her in English. She gave her life to Jesus, and we just so happened to pass by two other high school girls who knew God, who were actually doing a Christian outreach from a local Calvary church the next day. And so here's this woman we chased down, super open heart to the gospel, receives it with joy, starts crying. She's so filled with the joy of God and giving her life to Jesus, and she gets immediately plugged into a local church and gives her information to those two high school girls who get to follow up with her. It's just an amazing testimony of God's goodness. And so I just want to say thank you to all of you who prayed for us, for protection, for power, for favor, for God to perform His miraculous healing and saving power. All of that took place. I think we saw somewhere around 70 people give their lives to Jesus. We got all their contact information. We were able to plug them into a local church there that we partnered with. Overall, it was just a fantastic time. As a side benefit, our whole church, everyone who went at least, all 50 of us, really got closer. We really bonded and united. And it was just overall a really great trip. So I want to say thank you for your prayers. It's a little update on our trip to Tijuana, and I hope you enjoyed it.